What's going on, everybody? The one, the only Water Cool Fool. Today was a glorious day, in my opinion. I got what I ordered. This week was supposed to come Monday or Tuesday, but it actually came today. I was asleep at 10 o'clock. I stayed up late till like 3 a.m. Here, open up the door thinking someone's supposed to be there, and then the package just goes falls down, and I'm like, yes, I finally got it. And what I'm talking about is the motherboard that I talked about. Said that twice. Probably 4 to 5 months ago, or probably even longer. It's my older vids, and I know a lot of people might say, "Oh, you're copying Jay's 2 cents and everything like that." That is not the case because I already had plans when I could have enough money to get the motherboard and do stuff. So let me go ahead and talk to you about the motherboard that I got. So let me go ahead and put this motherboard over here, and we're gonna do the whole what goodies come inside and everything like that. And the board I am talking about is the X99 SoC Champion. So let's check out the goodies. Kind of impromptu. You have an SLI bridge. Nothing fancy there. We have a three-way SLI. Now you're going to get two of these guys. One is going to have two and then kind of spread apart. Then one's going to be evenly spread apart. So you're going to get two of them in case you have a different configuration. Also, I do know if you decide to use the M.2, it's going to take up a PCI Express lane, so you might have to move down in your PCI Express, and how you have your connections going to your graphics card because that PCI Express lane is going to be used. Okay, moving on. You have SATA cables, a Crossfire bridge, another, as I said before, Tri-SLI bridge. We have a four-way SLI bridge. I have a ton of these. I have four. See, this would be my second four-way. I have a ton of the three-way and standard SLI ribbon cables. I got a whole box, or I should say container, literally, of just those containers alone. So it's kind of ridiculous. We get another, cable, SATA. Then you get this guy right here, which is going to be for your I/O backplate. So go ahead and put all this goodness in the box, and of course you're going to get a multilingual installation guide. We don't care about this really. The only thing I'm going to care about is looking up how to hook up the front panel power connections to the motherboard, and that's all I really use it for. Other than that, I just don't really need it. And of course you're going to get your Gigabyte SoC Champion motherboard. So before I do any overclocking or anything like that, read the manual to see how it works, see if it has any quirks or anything. Always do that before you start overclocking. Be smart. Okay, now let's get to the motherboard. Excuse me. Put that to the side. And I do apologize if this is recording at 720p. Alright, here is the beautiful SoC Champion. Now, you have M.2, which is located, I believe it's right here. Yes, with the two screw holes. So it's going to be located here. It's going to take up a PCI Express lane. Just keep in mind for you guys wanting to do a quad fire or quad SLI or anything like that, that you might not be able to do it because it's taking a PCI lane. It does have a built-in audio. If you want to use that, I personally have a sound card that works great. I love the adapter that comes with my sound card, and I can raise and lower the volume via right here, right in front of me. You can't really see it's underneath the glass table that I have where my monitor stands on. Okay, so you're going to have more SATA connections right here. This is for the new standard of SATA that is coming out. I don't forgot on top of my head. I do apologize. If you want to use that. So also looks like we're gonna have a 2, 4, 6-pin power connection right here for the motherboard. It's either gonna go towards the PCI Express lanes right here, or it's gonna go towards your memories. Each manufacturer is kind of different. For Asus, the power for the PCI Express times 16 slots and all the slots here, it's going to be right here. So I'm kind of lucky that I don't have to use that connection there. So it might look a little cleaner. However, this connection right here, I got to look and see what this is going to be powering and see if it's going to be a pain in the butt to do what I want to do, because I want a clean build. I would like to have, I should say, we're going to do a water block on here. We're going to get rid of this chipset stuff. This is all crap. Take this off right off the bat. Before that, I'm going to do a pre-startup to make sure everything works as always. Also, when we get the water block, it might be nickel instead of acetal. I would really prefer an acetal block, but EK only has right now a plexi nickel-plated version of the water block. If the water block was acetal or acetal, however you want to say the material name, what I would like to do is actually put diagonal stripes, like kind of like warning stripes going down here. So paint it going down, which would look really cool in my opinion. But if it's plexiglass, it's not going to look that good. I'm going to be using some UV dye for a orange and black theme build. I do have reservoirs coming, so I can't wait to show you guys what they look like. They're going to be a little bit bigger. I might change the mounting locations because of how big they are. The only thing is that I'm going to have to figure out a way to plug up the holes that are in the case, but if I have to, I will come to best use of what I have or can get, and I shall use JB Weld to plug up those holes if I really need to. So that's going to be fun. So rigid tubing, I got a ton of rigid tubing actually in the back of my closet. I also have those Primo Chill ghost fittings. They're going to be 3/8 inner diameter by 1/2 inch outer diameter for the tubing. You can get clear. It's 36 inches and you get 12 of them for about $30 via Amazon. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get them in 2 days, so that's not bad. I'm just saying, buy everything slowly, one at a time. Don't buy everything at once and then make yourself broke, because that'd be freaking stupid to do. Processor now. I'm probably going to get the 5930K or the 5960X. So you got, and luckily for me, live near Micro Center, so instead of $1,000 for the freaking processor, it's only like $800. And then the 5930K is $400 when you buy it. So I probably will do the 5930K, and then later on, since I know Socket 2011 is probably going to be around for a while, I'm going to get, maybe if I have the funds, to get that 10-core CPU they're talking about in rumors. Okay, so let's see what we get on the motherboard. As I said before, you have 2.0 right here. You can have 4 PCI Express right here, so your quad fire and quad SLI right there. You're going to have 4 USB 3.0s, and then you're going to have 4 standard USB 2.0s. This does support the legacy adapters or whatever, or I should say mouse and keyboard. So if you need that's good to go right there. You have your standard Ethernet connection, you have SPDIF, and your standard audio out right there. More than likely it's probably going to be either 5.1 or 7.2. You have SATA connectors right here. This also supports the new SATA 3, which is supposed to be coming out. I'm not sure what SSDs support that now, but this is for the future, better transfer speeds. Also, there is a lot of buttons in here that I gotta read in the motherboard to learn about for all these 1 and 2 connections. So, okay, so this is kind of cool. They do have a LED readout right here. It's really, really small. So it's like your Asus. Instead of on the top right hand corner, it's actually on the side. So we'll see how well that is going to be useful. You get a power, looks like a power button, a reset button, which is awesome. I love that. Just for on the go, plug it in, test it. Yep, it boots up okay. Good to go. Okay, then it looks like we have one USB 3.0, then we have two USB 2.0 adapters. It has a connection for OC panel, communications, probably older deal, and THBC. I have no idea what that is. Being straight up, I'm going to be doing some research. You have your front panel audio right here if you want to connect it here. Again, I have a sound card. So instead of the standard 8 DIMMs on a standard DDR4, you're going to get only 4. The reason being is because the less RAM that's in your motherboard, the better the stability. So that's why this is only 2. Also, it's also, excuse me, getting tongue-tied, closer to the CPU for better overclocking and frequencies and everything like that. It's supposed to improve it. Also, keep on saying also, sorry about that. You have CPU mode. You're going to have CPU mode that's just going to use the 2011 pins that are built onto the CPU, or you can use CPU 2, I believe. That's going to be using the 2083 pins that's on the CPU. So it's pretty much what Gigabyte did, is find ways to use those connections on the CPU to provide better overclocking and stability and all that good stuff. Also, we have I know Corsair's new deal. That RAM was like $1,000 when it first came out, because it has this color of the orange at the top, and then it was $1,000. Now it's like it dropped down to $300, and it's only 16 gigs. So that's it. It's only 16 gigs. Versus if I go with G.Skill, $300 can get me roughly 32 gigs between, I'm just estimating, 2800 to 3200 frequency, depending on, you have CAS timings and the latency and all that goodness right there. What specific brand is it under? The Trident, I think it's Z now instead of the Trident X, which is what I have in here. Trident X, you have Ripdraw, so it just depends. And each of them, like, their latencies are a little different, or I should say timings. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Sorry this wasn't a little bit more professional. Again, I still need to get a tripod, so I really wanted this, to be completely honest, before I bought the tripod. So once I get the tripod in, I'll do a better in-depth explaining everything, what it does on the motherboard, because you know me, I love to learn about stuff and how things work and why. So I have this on me on hand, so I will go through and do a better explanation of the motherboard once I get some reading done on the manual. Alright guys, this is the conclusion of this video. Thank you for the support if I haven't said it already. And as always, rate, comment, subscribe, click that like button. And you guys always know, remember to always have a great day now.